Welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh, and for all of you home fries out there, a special welcome. I am doing another home free reaction. I do love home free, and there are quite a few songs that I haven't seen from home free, so I do need to do some more reactions. It's kind of hard when I'm in the situation I'm in because I'll be out on YouTube kind of browsing around looking for songs from the artists that I like, and I can't really watch new videos or ones that I haven't seen from some of these different artists because I really want to have that first time experience be something where I can react to it and share it with all of you. So I love it when I can do songs like this, and it's one that what's come out in the comments from what I've seen from Mayday is that this will blow your mind. And it must be that because of the ranges, and it sounds like Tim sings in like higher range and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the things that came out as far as what one of the reactors said when they were reacting to something different. Man of Constant Sorrow or something like that, I think, which is one that I've seen. So anyway, I'm excited to see this one and see what they do, and they're amazing. I have no doubts it's going to be incredible. So with that, here are the lyrics for Mayday by Cam. You are overbearing. I'm not in love, but I don't want to tell you. We've been contemplating how to give it up, but I can't convince you. And we've been hopelessly holding too tight when we don't even need to. And as the water fills this sinking ship, I know we have to leave too. Oh, Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday, you've got to let me leave. I'm laying here inches away, but you can't hear me call Mayday. Yeah. I said I'm moving on, 'cause things were getting rough. But here I am in your bed. I strung it on too long, afraid to be alone. Now we're in over our heads. It's either sink or swim. We've tried so many times, for worse or for better. It tears my heart in two to leave it all behind and say goodbye forever. Oh, Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday, you've got to let me leave. I'm laying here inches away, but you can't hear me call Mayday. Yeah. Oh, you got to let me leave. Oh, the weight will make us sink. Oh, could you please help me leave? Oh, abandon ship with me. Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. Looks like it repeats here. Mayday, Mayday, you're overbearing. I'm not in love, but I don't want to tell you. Mayday, Mayday, you're overbearing. I'm not in love, but I don't want to tell you. Yeah, so this is an interesting song here. Sounds like somebody trying to get out of a relationship. A relationship that they actually, where they love this person at one point, it sounds like. It tears my heart in two to leave it all behind. But it sounds like it's just kind of gotten either toxic or to a situation where it's not healthy anymore. And so that's kind of the feeling that comes across. Anyway, those are the lyrics for Mayday. And with that, I'll get started here. With that, also, if you haven't already, if you could please subscribe and click on the notification bell and click like if you enjoy this reaction. And that way you can be notified of any new home free reactions or any others you may be interested in. Also, just a quick plug for my Patreon channel. There are new benefits out there for those interested in supporting the channel. Really cool stuff. You can find it at patreon.com/SingerDadReacts. I'm also on social. I need to do better about posting my social links out there. I'm on Facebook at Singer Dad Reacts and also Instagram. So those are the two that I do have. I'm not super active yet, but I can be and hope to be. So if you all are active there, if you could look me up, follow me and things like that, I would appreciate it. Anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get started here and listen to these amazing guys.
You are overbearing, I'm not in love.
Wow, that is high for Tim.
We've been contemplating how to give it up,
Wow,
I
Tim.
can't convince you. We've been hopelessly holding
Jeez.
too tight when we don't even need to. And as the water fills this sinking ship, I know we have to leave too.
Oh my goodness.
Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. Mayday.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back here, guys. My mind is just blown. I need to listen to Tim again. I'm pretty sure he's in his head voice, but I need to kind of listen more closely. And sorry about this. I've never heard him sing this high. He sings up into his falsetto in Ring of Fire on his solo there. But like I said, this is solid, like tenor sound. So I need to listen closely to see if he's in his head voice. And if he's in his head voice, it's strong. It's not quite mixed voice if he's there, but it's stronger than I would have guessed.
Can't convince you. We've been hopelessly holding too tight when we don't even need to. And as the water fills this sinking ship, I know we have to leave too.
I don't think it's head voice. One of the ways you can tell on the head voice, so normally like head voice, one of the things that's characteristic about that is in a lot of ways it's easier than singing in your chest voice because you're kind of in this higher area that's not really where you have to push the sound as much. It's this lighter kind of upper register. And so normally your larynx actually is not that high for the head voice. And you don't see a ton of movement from your larynx as well because of kind of where it sits in the register. So if you watched, like I did just now with Tim, when he was singing some of those parts of that opening solo, his larynx was moving up and down as he's sang, which tells me that most likely he's in his upper chest voice. It's right at the edge of before his bridge. I'm just going to go back real quick here to when he goes to that little high part.
Contemplating how to give it up, but I can't convince you.
See, watch him. Keep your eyes right here.
Holding too tight when we don't even need to. And as the water fills this sinking ship, I know we have to leave too.
Wow, okay.
Mayday,
It's high.
Mayday, this is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday, you gotta let me leave. I'm lying here in
Austin,
this way,
you're awesome.
and you can't hear me call Mayday. Said I'm moving on 'cause things
Rob.
were getting rough, but here I am in your bed. I've strung it on too long, afraid to be alone. Now we're in over our heads. It's either sink or swim. We've tried so many times for worse or for better. It tears my heart in two to leave it all behind and say goodbye forever.
So I've said this before, but Adam, the beatboxer for the group, is amazing. I was just watching a guy on YouTube do a reaction to Man of Constant Sorrow where he was listening to Adam do all the various sounds he does on that song. And he was just like, he was like, oh, he can't be creating that with his mouth. He can't be doing that. So it was awesome to watch him just kind of listen and hear all the different things he was creating. But a lot of times the beatboxer is kind of this behind the scenes. It's almost kind of like the lineman for the football team, right? The linemen are very important. Without the linemen, a lot of the players would be in big trouble, including the quarterback. Very important. And he's kind of that same, foundation for the group that provides the percussion and a lot of the sounds and different things that create the texture behind what they're singing. So just wanted to do a shout out for Adam for what he's doing there. So he's awesome. Rob's voice is like velvet. Just very smooth.
Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday.
You can hear him kind of jump up just above in his falsetto. Adam's just working it. That's cool. Wow. That was cool.
Mayday, Mayday. This is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday. You gotta let me lead a light.
So this is Adam Chance. I think they call him Chance because they have the two Adams in there. I heard him go low on another song, and so I know he's got some low notes, but that was down there.
Mayday, Mayday.
That's a B. It's a B1. Let me make sure here. I'm pretty sure that's a B1. That's low.
Mayday, Mayday. This is an emergency. Mayday, Mayday.
Yeah, that's a B1. Wow. That's cool that they have two voices like this that, I mean, he can't go as low as Tim, I'm sure, but that's awesome. It's like having Scott, right, for Pentatonix. Having another bass that can cover. So what the harmonies they're doing right there, that's really difficult to really get those kind of moving harmonies. And I've talked about that with other a cappella groups, and maybe I did with them as well when I was giving my last reaction. But that's some of the stuff with a cappella groups that's really difficult that they do that really makes it that much more impressive, right? So these guys, this is an amazing performance. Hear these parts going on. Yeah. So my light gave out here. I went dark a little bit. So that was really one of my favorites from Home Free that I've heard. And it just shows their versatility, right? Because it seemed like Chance was doing the bass quite a bit in this song. Even at the very end there, when you saw Tim kind of singing this other harmony part that would almost be normally for like a baritone type voice, with Rob and some of the others. Rob and... yeah, I think it was just he and Rob mostly, and I think Adam was still doing the beatboxing, and then Chance was doing the bass, while Austin was singing the solo. So that was a different type of song for them. I can see why this reactor that I watched was saying that about this song. It really kind of showed a different side of, especially Tim in this case. The more I kind of learn about him, the more, I already had the utmost respect and admiration for him and his abilities with his huge range and all that, but this just adds to that for me as far as what he can do. He really is exceptional and can sing, almost any male part pretty much. I mean, obviously he's not as high as Dimash, obviously, but he's still got one of the better men's voices out there, in my opinion. Anyway, loved it. Would love to do some more Home Free reactions, so put your recommendations down in the comments. And I really appreciate all your support out there. But if you could, and you haven't already, if you could please subscribe, click on the notification bell. I would appreciate it. Hope you all are doing well, and take care.